Hello students, how are you? I hope you will be fine. Welcome to my channel Anuradha Online Classes. In my previous video, I started the very first chapter of Mathematics NCERT, that is knowing our numbers. So today, I am going to teach you about operation with integers. Yesterday I told you operations means what? In mathematical term, operation means what? Operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, right? Now, addition and subtraction we have done in earlier class. So today I will just tell you about the multiplication and division of integers. Okay, so multiplication of integers. Okay, here we have to follow 4 rules that you have to keep in mind, as well as you have to learn it, because it is useful every time. See, negative into negative is equal to positive, right? Negative into positive is equal to negative. Positive into positive is equal to positive. And positive into negative is equal to negative. See, if we are having 2 negative integers and we have to multiply it, then we'll get a positive integer, right? If one negative, one positive, we'll get a negative integer. If one positive, another one is positive, then we'll get positive integer as a product. And if one positive and one negative, we'll get negative as the product. Now, let us take one example. See, we have 2 integers. Suppose we have -2 and -4, right? So, what is the product of? Product of these 2 integers. So, it will be -2 into -4. Now, as the first rule tells, negative, negative. What is this? It is positive. Now 2 fours are 8, right? Second one is -2 into +4. So what you will get? -2 into 4. That is equal to, this is negative and this one is positive. Nothing is there that makes positive. Minus plus minus and 2 fours are 8, right? Is it clear to you? So you have to keep in mind all these 4 rules. Then you can solve any of the problem of multiplication, right? Now, same rules will be for division also. Yes, for division also same rules are there. See, I just tell you with one example only you can get my point. See, -4 divided by 2. Okay, what you'll get? -4 divided by 2. See, minus plus, what do you get? Minus, so answer will always be in negative. Now see, 2 2s are 4, so answer is what? -2. So clear to you? Okay, now we will come to another point, one more important topic of this chapter. This is, see, properties of integers. Okay, before that, 2 main points I just want to tell you, that in multiplication in multiplication of integers, right? In multiplication of integer, if we are having minus 1 into minus 1, right? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 means if we multiply integers 3 times, means if we multiply negative integers 3 times or in odd number of times, we will get always answer in negative, right? See, 1, 2 and 3. Minus minus is plus, and plus minus is again minus. Okay? Yes. And here only, if I'll change it and I'll multiply one more time, minus 1. Then see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is even number. Even time it is multiplying. That means, see, minus into minus is what? Plus. Now, plus into minus is what? Plus into minus is what? Minus. Now, minus into minus is what? Plus. So, if we multiply the integers in even number of times, we'll always get the answer in positive. Okay, and in odd, if we'll say in odd, it is negative. Even number of times, then positive, and odd number of times, then negative. So children, here I am with you, properties of integers. Okay, so in this, the very first property is closure property, right? Closure property. This closure property, all we are dealing with the integers. Take it. Then see closure property. Closure property, we'll see it with addition. How it is, how we are doing with addition here. Addition. See, B in second is subtraction. Firstly, we'll take these two. Subtraction. Okay. See, in addition, take any two integer we have taken. Let us suppose we have taken A and B. Okay. In addition and in closure property under addition, if we are taking these two, that means if we add any two integer, we will get the sum that is also an integer, right? Whatever sum we will get, that will always be an integer. Suppose we have taken 2 plus 3. Suppose A is 2 and B is 3. Okay? Okay? Take it minus 3. Minus 3. What answer you will get? Say 2. Plus into minus is what? Yes, very nice. It is minus 3. So what you will get? 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Is it clear to you? Minus 1 is an integer. Right? Now see, if we'll do this with subtraction, means integer, subtraction of integer under closure property. What do you see? See, A minus B. Okay. A minus B is equal to what? Suppose take that numbers. It is 2 and this is minus 3, right? What do you get? 2 minus minus plus 3. This is 5. So 5 is an integer? Yes, definitely it is also an integer. So closure property is applicable for addition of integer as well as for subtraction of integer. Two more operations are left, that is multiplication and division. Now let us see multiplication. Third one is what? Multiplication. Multiplication of integer under closure property. Okay. Let us take a and b again. A into b, you will, whatever answer you will get, that is also an integer. Okay. Suppose 2 into minus 5, that is equal to minus 10. Minus 10 is an integer. Yes. So it is applicable for what? For multiplication also. Okay. Now come to the fourth one. That is division. Division. Now see division. A divided by B. What is it? Is it an integer? Let us see. 2 divided by 3. That is equal to 2 divided by 3. Whatever answer you get, that is in decimal number. Right? Decimal number is not an integer. Yes. Decimal number is not an integer. So this is not applicable for division. Right? Now come to the second property. First property is clear to you, I think. Yes. Now come to the second property, that is what? Commutative property. Commutative property. Commutative property. Now it is commutative property of integer. Now see, with the very first operation, that is of addition. Addition, right? Commutative property, here also will take two integers, that is a and b, right? A and b. Now a plus b must be equal to b plus a. If this condition is followed, then that is commutative. Then that means addition is commutative. Okay, see. Let us take a as 2 and b as 5. Okay. Here you will get 5 plus 2. Answer is 7. In this case also you will get 7. In this case also LHS is equal to RHS. Means if we will change the position of the integer a plus b, so b plus must be equal to b plus a. If this condition is followed, then addition. So addition is applicable for commutative property. Now next is subtraction. Subtraction. In subtraction also same way we will take a plus a minus b, that must be equal to b minus a. Let us take the example. 2 minus 5 is equal to 5 minus 2. Let us see. 2 minus 5, it is minus 3. And 5 minus 2, this is 3. Is plus 3 and minus 3 equal? No. So, commutative property does not go with subtraction of integer. Right? Now, we come to the next operation, that is what? Multiplication. Okay. Third is multiplication. Multiplication, though you have done many times as indulging tables. Now see, 2 into 5. Suppose. Means a into b must be equal to what? B into a. So 2 into 5 must be equal to 5 into 2. That is equal to 10. Yes. 2 5s are 10 and 5 2s are 10. Yes. So this is applicable. Okay. Now come to the fourth. Division. Division is not applicable. As multiplication, as in that earlier case, closure property also we have seen. Here also, if you want to check it once. A divided b is not equal to b divided by a. It is not commutative. Okay. Okay. Now, so the third property of integer is associative property. Here we have to take three integers. Here we have to take three integers a, b and c. Okay. Now first we will see it with addition. See, addition a plus b plus c, right? Firstly we will make the group of this a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Now we will take the another one group. Okay. Here we have to change the group. Now see, let us take 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So 2 plus 3 plus 4, you will get 2 plus 3 plus 4. What is the answer? See, firstly, as you know, mathematics always goes with whatever that the calculations we are doing, that is based on one rule, that is BODMAS. What? BODMAS. Firstly, we will remove bracket. See, solve the bracket. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 4, that is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 4 is what? 7. 5 plus 4 is 9, that is equal to 2 plus 7 is 9. So LHS is equal to RHS. So any associative property will go with addition. Is it clear to you? Now in the same way, we'll see with minus. That is subtraction. Subtraction of integers. 3 integers we are having. Now see, a minus b minus c. Okay, first we'll make this group. That must be equal to a minus b minus c. Now this one group. Now take 2 minus 3. Okay, minus 4. That is equal to 2 minus 3 minus 4. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Minus 4, that is equal to 2 minus minus 1. Right? This is minus 5, minus 1, minus 4, minus 5. Yes. And 2 minus into minus is what? Yes. Plus. So here it is 3 and here it is minus 5. Is it equal? No. It is not equal. So associative property does not go with subtraction of integers. Now let us see the third one, that is of multiplication. See, multiplication I am doing over here. A into B into C, that is equal to A into B into C. Firstly, we'll make this one group and secondly, we'll make this group. Okay. 2 into 3 into 4 is equal to 2 into 3 into 4, right? 2 3s are 6 into 4, that is equal to 2 into 12, right? So it is 24, that is equal to 24. Yes. Multiplication, yes, it is going with multiplication, so it is applicable for multiplication. Yes. Now here I am with you. Associative properties, just now we have done the 3, and with division again. With division it is not applicable with that. Okay. Now the fourth property is identity. Fourth property is identity. Identity. So here children, I am with the fourth property, that is identity, right? Identity of integers under addition. Say, if we add any integer with 0, okay, if we add any integer with 0, we'll get the same integer. Suppose if you have to add 2 integers and the answer will be 0. Suppose a plus minus a. it must be sum of two integer must be 0, then only it is the additive identity. Now see, a plus minus a is equal to 0 means inverse of any number is added to an integer, then we will get the answer 0. So 0 is known as additive identity for addition, right? Now come to the second, that is subtraction. Subtraction of integer does not go with this property. Same division also does not go with the same identity property. Now come to the multiplication. Multiplication, if any integer is multiplied by 1, will get the number itself. So that number is known as what? Multiplicative identity of the integer. So children, the fifth property of integer is inverse. Okay, and inverse with addition, if you say, so additive inverse, that will become additive inverse. Additive inverse, for additive inverse, we must have the integer to be added with its negative integer. Means, if we have taken a plus minus a, then it will we will get what? 0. Means for additive inverse, we need what? Sum must be 0. Suppose we have taken 5. Okay, so 5 plus what? So that will get 0. So this is known as what? Additive inverse of a, right? So additive inverse of 5 is what? How you will find out? If the question is you have to find out additive inverse of 5, how you will find out it? See, 5 plus what? Suppose that it is x. So x is equal to 0. This will go that side. Then this is minus 5. So what you get? Minus 5. So additive inverse of 5 is what? Minus 5. So what we have seen here? Additive inverse of positive integer is negative and of negative integer is positive, right? Now come to the second, that is with subtraction. Inverse property with subtraction, that will not go with it. Okay, it is not applicable for subtraction. Now the third one is multiplication. Third one is multiplication. If the product, this is important, if the product of two integer is 1, then only that two integers are multiplicative inverse. Suppose we have taken 2 into 2, then that will be 4.